Oh, so you lose everyone. You just lose everyone. That's fucking shit. Now I'm live and I'm swearing. Oh my goodness. I hope people come back. Come back, everyone. Bugger. Damn. Hey Jade, how you going? Everything dropped out here. Lost connection. So I had about 9-10 people listening and then bang, it was all over. I'm glad you came back, but I've lost everybody else. Oh, I was in the middle of heavy conversations with everyone and then boom. Oh, I love the internet. Don't you love the internet? How can just do that? Just Wi-Fi can just do that and go boom. I just like, yeah, that's fun. That's not fun. I was talking about, and I'll just continue talking to you, Jade, now. I was talking to everybody about their personal attitude again. I was talking to everyone around, it is all about how you act and think and speak. And these are things that you individually, everyone individually, is in control of with themselves, right? You can control these things. You can choose to act. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, hang on. Is that you or is that me? Can you hear me now? Oh, you got me now? Testing 1, 2, yes? Are we on? Yeah, you hear me? Good. I'll keep talking. Attitude is everything. Attitude, taking ownership of what you do is the one thing you can do as an individual, right? Doing the best you can for yourself. Your attitude and how you act on a daily basis is the only thing you're really in control of. Basically, empowering yourself with how you speak and how you act helps to transform and create more and more positive things in your life. Your only limitation is your level of positivity. The more positive and more upbeat and more excited about the things you're doing in life go, the more you will create more high vibrational, exciting things coming back to you. That's how it works. It's really that simple. So whatever you do on a daily basis is to try and be the best version of you that you can be. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. I mean, you will attract the people to you as you go through life that align with you. I hope there's a couple of people that have found me on again because that might have been on the live before because Wi-Fi just shut out or something happened. And that's what happens, right? Sometimes things drop out. So if anyone was on the live before and I lost you, my apologies. For those who have jumped on and maybe you haven't been listening to Craigsworldrocks and we are live here, I am someone that talks about, taking ownership of your life. We talk about life, the universe and everything. We talk about being the most positive versions of ourselves we can be. Actions. Hey, Coop, how you going, mate? I talk about taking control of the way that you put out what you put out to the world, right? Because the you that you put out there is what comes back. So even when I'm going very well, mate. I'm going very well. And except for earlier on, my live was going for about 15 minutes and there was about 10 people listening and we're into the convo and bang, it just shut down. Maybe YouTube didn't like what I was saying, but everything I talk about is positive. So I have trouble not believing that. Attitude is everything. The one thing in life that we all can control is what we think, what we say, and how we act. Those three things is what your subconscious mind pays attention to that you're doing on a moment by moment basis. If you make those three things really positive, your subconscious goes, that's what Coop wants more of, and starts to create more of the things aligned with the way that you are acting, speaking, and feeling. So how you act and what you put out is very important to how you transform what your life is for you. You're in control of it, right? I'm a big believer that we're all in control of it, right? It's life. Life gets ahead of all us, right? We get caught up in the day-to-day stuff. Most of us as adults, will go out there and do our jobs, and we make money for the family, and we want to make sure that there's a roof over their head for everyone, and everyone's happy and they're fed, and all those normal things, right? But a lot of the time, we all forget what makes us feel really good, right? And I think we should start to add those things into our life. I'm a big believer, if you remind yourself of the things that make you feel more excited about life and you start to do those things, opportunities will start to create in that way, because your subconscious will go, like Coop wants to do more of that. Well, we'll create more of the opportunities for that then, because that's it. Your subconscious that manifests things and takes you down that path that you show that you want to go down. It doesn't have a positive, negative, or it doesn't have a level that it's all neutral. So whatever you're thinking or acting, it will duplicate, it will create other things that are similar. So if you're being negative, if you're getting involved in a lot of crap with people, you're going to keep creating that crap. That's why you hear a lot of people say, it's always bad, everything bad always happens, it never stops happening, because all the things that you're saying are influencing what you believe. So you're creating your belief to believe that everything that happens to you that is crap, and you get yourself on this hamster wheel of life, and you can't get off it because the same thing happens. So it strengthens your belief that that's what's going on and life's crap, and you can't get out of it, right? We need to step back from the craziness and say, all right, I want to take control of my life. I'm not going to let things just run along the way everyone else in the world is running along. I'm going to step off, and I'm going to actually start to consciously take control of how I think, what I say, and what I do. There's your 3 key things, right? Everyone out there can control those 3 things that they do. Right? When you take control of that, your subconscious mind says, Coop, I'm using Coop as your example here, mate, because you're there. Coop, you're acting really, really good, and you're saying this type of thing, and okay, we'll give him more of those things. It's very important, once you realize that your words and everything have so much power, that you start to think about what you're doing in that space, because it will transform your world for the better. And it can happen more rapidly than people realize. The world is going through a transformation in general at the moment, right? No, you don't. You don't want to lower yourself, because that's a low vibration, to argue with people. And arguments happen, right? But when you argue with people, you're dropping down, you're getting involved at that lower level. You're fighting with them verbally, right? You're arguing with them. So, we want to lift ourselves up and say, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And help the person that's angry or upset to actually just talk openly about what's going on, and hopefully lift their vibration, or tell them, it's going to be okay. But don't lower yourself down to other angry situations. Try and keep yourself high, right? Because there's another understanding in life. Vibrations and attitude actually connect. Similar ones connect. So high vibrations or low vibrations, they all come together. Like attracts like. So if you're higher than someone else, you're either going to come down to their level when you're in their area, or they're going to come up to yours. And that gets shown through actions and things that go on. This year in the world around us, there's going to be a lot of situations that are kind of crazy, I think, more crazy than they've ever been. It's how you respond to those situations, right? It's how you, what your actions, what you do in the face of this craziness. Do I get caught up in the craziness and lower myself and become part of it? Or do I step back and say, I accept and see what's going on, but I will observe and I will stay very centered with myself, right? You can choose Lots of different things. What's this? I am definitely higher than someone wrong right now. Not this third day. Okay, then, Samon. I hope that life is good. All we can do, everything that I talk about when it comes to my opinion of how life works, they're things that I believe, guys. Right? So I'm putting out my beliefs out there for you to take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. I do this for me, not in a selfish way. It helps me to express my truth. And I believe a lot of the mentors that I've had over my 35 years with the different mentors that I've met and things that I've learned, I feel like I want to pass them on. And it's only for the people that are interested, right? Like, if a person doesn't like what I'm talking about, hey, we're on YouTube here. You can bugger off. If you like what I talk about, you can hang around, you can subscribe, you can come back and catch me on another live, you can ask me questions. This is about being open, positive, being the best versions of ourselves we can be. And I do it for my family and my friends to be the example of that life can be great and you can transform yourself regardless of what's happening out there around you. You can transform your life for the better and you can show the people around you that this is the way to do it. Go after the things that you love. Go after the things that make you feel that life's worth living. Otherwise, why are you living life? Are you ignoring the important things that are inside yourself? Are you just, or are we doing things that aren't really making us happy and we can improve that, right? No one says anything wrong, Daharan. No one says anything wrong. Everyone is learning their lessons in their own space, at their own time, and they are running around trying to find the answers that sort out the stuff that's going on with each of us, right? I'm a big believer in that. No one is on the same path as everyone else, but we're all human beings, right? Haven't we all come into this life as human beings? We're going to leave as a human being. Shouldn't we be the best version of ourselves for the people that we care about in our life that we can? Don't we deserve to make the best effort while we're here? I mean, we can all pull the pin at any point in time in life. It's not like you can't. And then unfortunately, hey, Roadstrom, how you going, mate? That people out there, it's easy to pull the pin, right? It's when you get that disconnected with what life is and that you don't have that positive meaning about your life that, that's when things can go wrong. And I'm here to tell you that my thought process is just find the things that make you tick and start doing them, right? Because start doing them. Live from the heart. Do the things that make you feel good. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you've got thoughts coming from your negative ego mind, and you've got to actually think, hey, that can't be good. I need to really think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and where this stuff's coming from, right? The answers to life for me are within each of us, individually for ourselves. They're not out there in the world. You don't like the Aussie accent, Dana. Well, I'm Melbourne, Australia. I've been in Australia 56 years. This is my accent. It's hard, I know. It's different to the Yankee one, isn't it? Or the American one. It's the only accent I got, Roadstrom, isn't it, mate? It's all I got. I can't do an American accent. Can you? Oh, you do yours. Oh, I can't hear it. That's right. Sorry. I can only see your words. But, I do the best I can. Speak like a Yankee. If I had you give me an example, then I might have a better chance to copy it. But there's no one to get an example from, Yankee Doodle down. I can't. I just can't. Look, life is there for you to make a choice. All right. With life, you choose. You choose whether you're a good person and you want to be the best version of yourself, or you choose to step away and give up on life and who gives a shit and act like a dick, right? As we say in Australia. Appreciate you, Coop. No, mate, I'm putting out there, I'm laying down what I believe, right? And I hope Yeah, look, how dare he not like our accent? I know, it's unbelievable. Who doesn't like an Aussie accent? Come on. Like, we're the best. We're the best. We're the realest people in the world, aren't we? We are, Roadstrom, we are. Even though, you know, we're a bunch of Mexicans in Melbourne. Yeah, that's it, Coop. We're the best, mate. We've got the best accent. We're the realest. You know, it's just about finding yourself. If you're feeling like life isn't doing as much for you as what you want, you feel a little bit lost, you feel a little bit disconnected, my advice is to quietly sit there in your own room, 5 minutes, relax, think about what you like to do. What are the major favorite things you want to do? And I would say if things are feeling pretty bad about life, I would drop everything and I'd go and do what you love doing for a day. Whatever it is. If it's a hobby, if it's an experience, if it's just something that you want to go walking in nature, I would stop everything and I'd go connect with something that you love to do, because that will give you connection back, right? That will make you feel grounded with life again. That will give you that buzz, right? It's like a course in ball. Oh, Dana. Or Dan Atkins. Dan Atkins. Sorry, my friend. Dan, you know, life throws a lot of curveballs at us, right? But it is the journey. It is the journey, all right? The journey is the experience. And I'll tell you now, one of the other things that I full on believe is that this is not all there is, all right? For those people that think that we live one life and boom, it's all over and there'll be no more, I'm very, very confident that we go on, all right? No one sending me money, mate. I'm not here for your money, Dad. I'm not here for your money, mate. As much as you might think so, not. Do you hunt 10-foot tall spiders, mate? Of course I do. I'm like the wild man of Australia, mate. 6'4", and I'll take on 20-foot spiders. 15-foot anacondas. Take their heads off, no worries. And I ride a kangaroo to work every day and always make sure the whip's in the boot in case we have any feral things jump out in front of us, right? And if you believe all that, you'll believe everything, anyone. Like, and all the Aussies here know that Craig's rolling along there with his with his laughter and his carry-on, all right? Huntsman spiders are bloody huge, Coop, aren't they? They're about this bloody big and bigger. They scare the crap out of you when they come out of nowhere too. Don't worry about that. If you know, I'll send you 3 saltwater crocs. Are you from the north, Dan? Are you from the north? Oh, in Australia. You're an Aussie, right? That's what I'm thinking now. Well, we do ABV. We have been known to do it. I personally find that the back of a crocodile is very rough and my ass doesn't like it. So I gave up on that. We do not ride kangaroos. If we rode a kangaroo, I'm telling you, for those who are not Australians, kangaroos cannot be ridden. They cannot be ridden like a bull or rodeo style. No, a kangaroo will beat the living shit out of you and rip you to shreds if you treat it. If you come too close, they are not the friendliest creatures in the world, right? They are not. They can be quite aggressive. So if you ever come to Australia, I would suggest don't go and try and pat a roo. You could get yourself into a lot of strife, right? You might be lucky and get one that doesn't mind too much, but there are some extremely aggressive big reds and so on that are out there that would not like you coming anywhere near them. And for crocodiles, well, they won't mind chomping on you if you get a bit close. So I would suggest go and see the Irwins up in Queensland to get a really good idea of the crocs and what they can do. Coop's riding roos. Coop must be one hell of a man. He's got his own roo that's got a seat on the back of it, and he just puts the keys in and off he goes, right? Blue-ringed octopus. Well, stay out of the water when they're in season, mate. They sting like hell, those buggers. Speaking of Yankee tone, well, look, Dan, I'm no good at speaking in Yankee tone, mate. I'm an Aussie, mate. Kangaroos are harmless. Yeah, Roadstrom's looking for as many overseas people to come over and pat a kangaroo. Don't you worry about it. They're all good. There you go. Look, everyone, it's a lot of fun chatting about different things from Australia. We do have a lot of dangerous creatures, a lot of very poisonous spiders and snakes and so on and so forth. We've got the most deadliest snakes in the world too. Look, Dan, you know, you can ask many, many times, but if someone tells you 3 times, you're out, right? So, very good. So attitude, everyone. Attitude to what we're doing. How are we going to change our lives for the better? I don't think there's that many people out there that would say that they're doing all the things they want to do and life's just a perler and, you know, it's going all exactly the way I want it. I mean, you gotta... they don't have any idea, Roadstrom, no. It's not pagan, it's Egyptian, mate. It's an ankh, little loop on top of the cross. It's a symbol that means eternal life. It's the ankh. It's an Egyptian symbol seen on many, many hieroglyphs over on the pyramids and that. And that's what it stands for, is eternal life. The pharaohs and all those individuals over there believed in that life goes on and we live many, many lifetimes, and I'm in agreement with that. I actually agree with that. That's one of the things I think is a no-brainer. I've proven those things to myself. So the pagan stuff's pretty good anyway, mate. Nothing wrong with that. Bit of bloodletting. Look, titles and like putting a term to something. This is even for the Aussies too. Well, Jesus was a very connected man, but he was taken out of context for me, and the religion has really put him up on that pedestal and used him in a way that I don't believe he wanted his life to be shown in that way. I think he was a very connected individual that was trying to show people that they were more than what they are, as simple as that. And it's not about giving yourself to what someone else has done, say they've died for my sins. He was trying to tell everyone, for me, that you can be just as amazing as him. You can, all that is, we are a part of the all that is. Jesus was an incarnated human that was very connected with the all that is. Like, we create what goes on in our lives. He did it to an amazing level, but then was turned into a little bit of a martyr like a lot of the masters. And that is my opinion, okay? He's like, well, I believe you've already got the golden ticket, Dan. So, you know, in that sense, hey, it doesn't really matter what you do, from my opinion. You're already there, mate. You'll live forever, regardless of what you believe. You go through life, you do whatever you do, you live whatever you live, you experience whatever you experience. It's going to be okay, mate, because you'll realise at the end of it that, hey, I'm in charge, right? Individuals, for me, have been given so much information, but that limited a lot of it, right? Each individual, each human being, each thing that exists in this reality is a part of the all that is, the existence of life. We are a part of that. We are a spark of love and life, of eternal, we're immortal, we're conscious. Consciousness doesn't disappear. It's not going to disappear afterwards. We don't have to be or do or believe anything particular to achieve that. You have already achieved it, right? You already exist. You choose how far you want to go in this life and how connected with what life is you want to go through. You actually, through your experiences, can grow and expand and connect with more of who you are, right? I come from the thinking of metaphysicians, right? Metaphysics and people that believe that, hey, we're a part of everything. We create what goes on here. We've chosen to come here and live this life. That's what I believe. And I've proven all of these things to myself. So yes, it is empowering yourself that you're in charge of your life, that you're living this existence because I've chosen to come here and live this existence. It is not a negative concept. It is an empowering concept to the individual. Now, religion does in fact encourage you to give your power to a higher being, but you haven't met this being. You're basically blind faith giving it over. I'm saying that you can do things through life to prove that what you put out comes back, that you do create what's happening in your life. You're in charge of it. It's not just already laid out and someone out there is making everything happen to you. It's not the way it is for me, right? So if you're comfortable with what you believe, that's okay. I have no drama with that, right? I accept and allow people to be who they are, right? But I'm also allowed to express what I believe in life, and this is how I see life. So, you know, if people don't want to allow myself to express myself, you know, because, well, blind faith is blind faith. That's what the word blind means. You don't really have any factual evidence to prove it, right? It's what you've been told. It's what's been indoctrinated by certain people. How do you know their ulterior motives when they were making these things up, when they were putting these things down? You don't think that certain individuals wanted to create a controlled environment that they can control a lot of people in and get what they need from that? I mean, why do we think the churches became the wealthiest things in the world, wealthiest, you know, places in the world? Because they wanted to control it. They wanted to get what they needed to make themselves powerful. It's an individual's thought and choice. Well, if the water's been poisoned, the water's been poisoned, Dan. But, you know, for the last 37 years, I've been a person that's been out there checking life out and actually proving a lot of things to myself. And I don't have to prove them to anyone else, but this, for me, this is my YouTube channel, and I express what I believe about life. If a person's, and it's because I believe in what I believe in, and that I want to put it out there for those who are interested enough to say, hey, you know, that little idea that Craig said, that helps me out in my life. And that's something that I can use to fix something or make something better for myself, right? I'm not here to say that everything I say is right and it's gospel. It's not. But I have proved a lot of things to myself about what I believe. There's no doubt in my mind, right? Metaphysics is about, it's almost like the spiritual science. It's almost like, you know, testing the waters out. You know, I know that everyone lives on from the physical body, because I've been outside my physical body twice. I've seen my energy body. I've experienced that for myself. I know that I will go on. There is no death, boom, you're gone. I know that. Where we go exactly, haven't gone any further than that, but you know, I know that when your physical body comes to an end, you will live on, 100%, I know that. But I cannot believe, in my intuition, in my own gut, I cannot agree with I am a puppet and God and Jesus are controlling my life and I have to do exactly what I'm told. That does not sit with me, and it hasn't sat with me since I was a young kid. That concept and ideology is like, no, that will never sit with me. For me, that's a really negative thing, right? I understand religion really well, Dan, right? I do. And it's not something that sits with me because it is about giving away your power. And when you give away your power, you feel disconnected with life. And if you're feeling disconnected with life, from my perspective, then that can't be a good thing. People end their lives because they don't have any connection with life. There's nothing there. They need to look at themselves. They need to have a look inward. They need to understand that, hey, give some power back to those people that feel that there's lack of any reason for them to go on. They have to understand, from my perspective, I'm absolutely a very strong believer that you have a massive part to play in your life. It's not about some other, that you're not a puppet. You are the center of your reality. Whether you agree with that or not, whether you can ever look at that in this lifetime like that, that's okay. You don't have to. But for me, I am the center of my own reality. I don't control another person. Hey, T Sering, how you going? I don't control another person, but I control my own life. And if that's a bad thing and you don't like it, that's okay. But that's what I believe, and that's never going to change because I've proven that to myself. So Life is about experiences. It's the journey, all right? It's the journey. It's being the most glass half full, the most positive person you can be about life, all right? Well, God asks you to give your power away, Dan, and if you're not aware of that, well, that's fine, but that's what he asks every day. For all the people that believe in religion, you need to give yourself to them to get the ticket to enter heaven. That's the ultimate giving your power away. You are not in control of what's going on. You are giving your power away. That is what they're asking, right? I don't believe in that. I will never believe in that. You are the center of your world. You're awesome. You don't need to give anything away to not be awesome. I'm telling you, every single person that exists already has the golden ticket. We're playing a part where we're experiencing life and we're basically expanding and learning and becoming connected with more of who we are through our different experiences. That's what life is. Life is about experiences, right? Life is about wanting to know more about ourselves, to connect more with who we are as an eternal being. We get bored. We come down, we live different lifetimes, we have different experiences, we get different perspectives on who we are. We live so-called positive and negative existences because if you don't have someone acting negatively, how can a person experience a positive experience? You don't just live one life. How can one person live one life? That makes no sense. What about the people that die after a month? Do they only get 1 month of experience as a human? That doesn't make any logical sense at all. We live multiple lives. Religion doesn't believe that you live multiple lives. You know, the Hindu and Buddhist religions do, but, you know, Western religions certainly don't. Life goes on. We choose many lives to expand who we are. That's what I believe. And, you know, that's just how it is, right? Spot Black Lives Matter. Well, mate, I have no drama with race, religion, sex, creed, whatever. We are all human beings. You have the freedom to be who you want to be. If you're not hurting anyone else, if you're here living life to the fullest with who you are, then kudos to you. Live your life to the fullest. You have every right to live your life in the way that you want, right? You get a life. This is a life, whether it's the only life, Roadstrom, whether we do other lives, right? But every single life that we live, you should be living it to the fullest, right? Don't waste the damn thing. Don't waste it on, you know, giving your power away. Don't waste the thing on being someone that you're not and being fake. Be genuine. Go after the things that make you tick, that make you feel the best you can, and you'll get the most out of it. You'll live your life to the fullest. That's the number one message that I'll probably sending to everyone. Take ownership of your life. Don't just think that you have no say. You do. You do have say, right? That's your opinion, Dan, okay? So let's leave it at that. Life is what you make it, everyone, right? You want it to be better, act better, right? All right. And, you know, we all get a certain amount of opportunity to speak our opinion. My friend Dan, because this is not a forum for someone to give their advice and try and load it up, right? This is about everyone having an idea, having a listen to some of the things that I talk about. I'm open to everyone having their opinion, but when you start continually driving your stuff at everyone, well, you're blocking up the chat anyway, so I don't want that. And Roadstrom's opinion matters the most. Obviously, that's a no-brainer, Roadstrom. You're always welcome, mate. Look, look, you shouldn't be acting like Donald Trump, Roadstrom. I've just got to tell you, right? Like, fences, walls, let's just relax about fencing things off. We've been fenced off enough down here. No more fences. I'll be knocking them down, right? Little Hand, how you going? Nice to see you. 200 FM. Look, appreciate you being here. Look, you know, how are you going, John Rushton? Welcome aboard. All of you, I want to be clear about who I am for the ones that haven't heard me before. Please, with everything that I talk about, take what you like, Chuck out what you don't like. Your opinions matter. But for me, this is obviously my YouTube channel, so I'm expressing my truth about life. I'm putting out my thoughts about how, if you have certain attitudes, how it can help you change things in your own life by being a more positive individual. The main thing I was talking about tonight that I wanted to reiterate on, because spiritual people in general will say you've got to manifest a better attitude to create things in your life, but they don't often talk about how to manifest those things straight down the line. What you think, vote 1 for fencing off Melbourne. Thank you, Rachel. What you think and what you say and how you act are the three things that you can control. Your subconscious mind recreates and creates more of what you do in that bracket of those three things. So if you speak and you think and you act in a positive manner and you act towards wanting to do more of the things that you really love to do, your subconscious will go, oh, that's what Craig wants, and you'll keep recreating it. So you'll create more of it. When you get caught, and we all understand this, when we step back and we think about what's going on in life, when you get caught up in a negative situation with people in your life, whatever, and things can keep snowballing, like more negative things happen, and then you have another attitude, more negative things happen. You get caught on this hamster wheel of creating negative things because you think, oh, everything negative always happens to me. And when you have that talk, you are actually telling your subconscious that negative things, you have to keep recreating negative things because they always happen to me. And your subconscious doesn't take that as a positive or negative. It just hears what you're asking for and recreates it again and again and again. We need to get ourselves off the hamster wheel, right? We need to be very positive people, right? We need to be the best version. Oh, there's a clean air mic. Hey, Sam, how you going? Say, Will has a... Yeah, okay. How you going, Sam? We need to be the best version of who we are. We need to speak positively. We need to think more positively. We need to act the things and do the things that we want to do, that we're excited to do, that we like doing more. Because your subconscious will start creating more opportunities in that space, right? If you want to live life, never really working a day in your life because you're doing things that you love to do every day, start acting out the things that you love to do. Even if it's on a Saturday in a hobby sense, even if it's something that I'd love to do this all the time, but I can only really do it on a Saturday morning, start telling your subconscious this is something I want to do more of, by doing it as much as you can. Sometimes you can only start with a small time, but it's the beginning of you starting your subconscious creating more of the things that you want for yourself. Right? That's the secret. You are manifestors extraordinaire, right? You create your own reality. You've already created an infinite choice of paths to go down. What I think people want to do without realizing it is remind themselves of what brings them the most joy, the most happiness. Start doing those things. Start wanting to go down that path. I want to do more of that because I'm excited about that. And start to go down that path and speak about those things and think about those things. And then your subconscious gets the message. Oh, Craig wants more of that. Okay, we'll start manifesting that. And that's when you see things start to happen in your life that are like transforming down the path that you want to go down. And that's when the snowball starts happening in a really positive way, right? Life is what you make it. So make it awesome. Make it awesome. You're in control of your own life, right? Have all these other thoughts and beliefs that you might have, and they've been put upon you by society, and they just say this is this and this is that and this is this. Well, I can tell you right now that I've proven it over and over again. What you do creates what your life is. What's happening around you in your life is a reflection of what's happening inside yourself. If shit's going down out there in your life, there's shit going down inside here. You need to sit down and have a think about who you are. Think about what you believe in, what you want for yourself. Who do you want to be? What do you want to put out there to the world? What do you want to have happen to you in life? Do you want awesome things to happen to you? Or do you want shit to happen to you? You can have anything you want. You can experience whatever you want. People love horror movies. You can have life as a horrible life. You can go through hell and back. Yes, I'm straight. I have a missus. I have 2 grown-up adult sons. Thank you for asking. Matico. Did I say that right? Matico? Matico official. So your attitude is everything for what you create for yourself, right? You can either totally not be interested in that concept and jump off my live and on you go. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, Matico, and welcome aboard, mate. I jump on my live as regularly as I can. It's probably 3 to 4 times a week, and I think this is the best way for people to actually, meet me, right? I'm a guy that believes in life, I love talking about life, the universe, and everything. I'm a bit of a philosopher, in my spare time. Love to talk about what life's about. It's something that not a lot of people do, all right? But I think that we need to do more of it. I think that sweeping that under the carpet and saying, don't worry about that, when we die, we'll find out, that's a bit silly. I've always been interested in what life's really about. And, appreciate you, mate. But people, we need to take ownership of our lives, right? When you handball your spiritual beliefs elsewhere and you give your power away, you're not allowing yourself to investigate that part of yourself. People go to the gym, they work out to be healthy, they eat certain foods to be healthier and all that. But do they work on their spiritual side? Do they work on their positive side? Do they work on how they speak and how they act and how they live, right? And what you believe, right? I am. I'm living an awesome life. Love my family, friends, have a lot of fun, great experiences. Thank you for asking, Press. And look, life's what you make of it. There's no right or wrong. There's no perfect way to live life. If I am an Aussie, thanks, Bing. I am an Aussie, mate. Melbourne, Australia. Love it. Proud Aussie. Been here 56 years, going strong. Trying to be the best version of myself I can be. The Specialist YT, I say hi to you too. Thank you very much. I'll say, Prasen, that life can be unbelievable for everyone if they... Tucci, you going, well, I've already got a Mrs. Mate, so, what can I say? And 2 grown adult sons. So we're all getting on a bit, but appreciate the sentiment, no problem. But, life's what you make of it, everyone. Like, do you want life to be good for yourself? Then be a glass half full person. Be a glass half full person. Be positive, right? I just want to express who I am and how I think about things. So if you like some of the things that I talk about, take those ideas and enter them into your own life, right? Your attitude actually is a big reason to how you change what's going on in your life, right? All right, we're going to have a wonderful life, and I wish you you are very nice, Tooch. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. You are always welcome if I'm on live. Do not hesitate to hop on and say hi. Remember, everyone, if you like how I talk, please remember to subscribe, hit the notifications, because this is when you see the authentic Craig. And, I'm jumping on more regularly. I've been doing the lives for a couple of months now, and I'm trying to grow the family. So if you are someone that really does agree with my thought process about life, and if you need a positive pump up occasionally and you want to come on and listen to old Craig having a good chat about, it's all right, grab hold of life, be positive, jump on. Make sure you subscribe. I'm genuine, I'm authentic, and I want to encourage everyone to be their greatest authentic selves, all right? I want you all to embrace who you are, all right? I'm trying to be fantastic. Appreciate you being. I'm glad that you're having a crack, because you know what? That's all you need to do, right? At the end of your life, like all of us, you'll be the one that analyzes how you've gone. There's no being coming down, in my opinion, that's going to be standing over your shoulder going, now you've been a very bad boy, Bing, and you could have done better. You judge yourself, because you've chosen to come here, mate. You're part of the all that is. There's no one better than you. We're all working at our experiences at different levels, yes, but we're all the same, okay? You don't have to worry about a big scary God or a big scary devil. That's not how it is. We're a part of the God, Goddess, all that is. We're a part of it. We're yin and yang, negative and positive. We're all of it. We can choose how we want to react and how we want to be. And that's what I'm saying to everyone. Be the best version of yourself. That's all that's required for you to get the most connection with who you are, for you to transform your life in a way to empower yourself to make this life into a magnificent experience, right? To show the people that you care about that they too can connect with themselves. Go after the things in life that make you happiest. That's it. If that's the biggest takeaway you have from our discussions, that's all you need. Do the things that make you happy, because if you're spending life doing things that make you feel like shit, you're wasting your life. It's not right. You need to find a way to remind yourself of what makes you the happiest and start to do that, because that is when you have true connection. And without connection, life has no meaning. And the connection in life comes from in your heart. You carry that with you. You're never disconnected. You've always got someone with you. Travel is exciting. It's the journey, Nintendo. It's the journey, right? Life is the experience. It's the journey. Get out there and live life. And that's it. Forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself, I often say, accept yourself for who you are in the now. All the good, all the neutral, and all the bad. The things that we don't let go of are always the things that we have struggle with when we experience them. If we see them as negative, or there's something that happens when we're younger and we bottle it because we were fearful at the time, it becomes a knot of energy, and we're not flowing. Our energy doesn't flow. You need to accept that these things happened. All these things happen to you. Good, bad, ugly, let them go. You automatically let go of the good, because you experience it, that was great, and you move on. But it's the negative experiences that we don't always naturally let go of. We need to accept them, and we accept ourselves for everything that we are. We are not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. We are all unique sparks of existence, of the all that is. We are all our individual sparks of existence. We are perfectly imperfect, right? Accept who you are fully, and then you allow the flow of existence, to the new stuff to come in at full force, the really good stuff, because you're now glass half full. You're now, I want to go after the things that I love, right? Hey, Hogs Baffleworth, how you doing, mate? You up late? Did you just decide to join us? And yeah, who else has jumped on? Dave, how you going? Who else have I missed? I think I've said hi. Sven, how you going? Good to see you. I've spoken to Bing. I think the chats were getting away from me a bit there. I'm old, everyone, 56. No, I'm a young 56, everyone. Don't panic, don't panic. I'm going to be around for a long time. So, hello to all of you that are still hanging out, listening away. Bibi, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you, right? Awesome. Everyone, everyone that hangs out with Craig, I want you all to know, I say it again, please take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. If you like my positive attitude, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notifications so that when I do come on my lives, you can join, you can hang out, and I can give you a bit of a positive boost if you need it, right? So that's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for myself, but I'm doing it to hopefully give you guys a place to come if you need a bit of a lift up from life, right? Well, Bing, for me, it was, I suppose, just an internal thing. I mean, 18 months ago, I'll give you guys that rundown for me. 18 months ago, I probably started this YouTube page, and I've had a lot of experiences through my life, and I've always, for probably the last 35 years, I've believed very strongly that what I put out is what comes back, and I create my own reality. And you know, I wanted to pass that on. I wanted to pass on the experiences because, well, if I flip off to the other side and I've learned all this stuff, I haven't really left it for anyone to use and help everyone else. So I wanted to put it down. I just wanted to put it out there, and I'm doing it predominantly for me to see the reflection of where I am now too. So I'm doing it for me because you've got to know who you are. This is like the ultimate mirror work for me because I'm only seeing me, and I see all your comments there, so it's pretty crazy, right? But it's a lot of fun. I love public speaking. I've never had a problem with talking and all that type of stuff. I can, as some have said, I can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles. That's not half untrue. That's very true, probably. But I started putting a lot of ideas and things that I understand or how I believe certain things are, and I've done videos on a lot of different topics. And then I thought, you know what? I think people are going to really want to meet me live and be able to jump on while, you know, I'm just sitting here, bang, lounge room curtain behind me, you know, life's life, a few people in my home, so not as much space to be doing things. But how you going, insert? How you going, Brian? If it's Brian, yes. So, you know, and that's the reason I started doing lives, and that was probably early December. I decided to start doing lives, and I've had a lot of people really appreciate it, and I've been able to talk to a lot of people directly about things that are going on in their lives and give them my opinion about some techniques that can help them and that. So, you know, I hope you're going well, mate. I hope everything's going well with your life. Yeah, it's just really trying to be the most authentic self that I can be. I'm actually seriously trying to take myself to that next step, right? Because I believe to have the fullest connection with who you are, you've got to be really listening to you. You've got to listen to yourself. I don't think the answer to life is out there for everyone. I think it's internal. I think it's about, you know, a lot of the Buddhists and all these type of people that meditate a lot, they really focus on their internal balance, and they're very happy people. If you ever meet a monk or anything, they're usually quite quiet, but some of them are quite like, I think the Dalai Lama, when I last saw him, he's a very funny individual, and, you know, but he's very centered and very calm about life and loves life in general and loves just talking about that. So existence and connecting with who we are and what it's about, a lot of us love that. And I'm here to say that I'm happy to talk about that for ages, right? Yes, Aussie Streamer Zombie. How you doing, mate? Going all right on this, well, Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday, 9:53 p.m, Melbourne, Australia. So Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. You know, good day to all my fellow Australians and all the other different nationalities that are running around on YouTube this evening. You are all very welcome on Craigsworldrocks. Yeah, awesome guy, right? Like, I mean, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing him talk live, but just centered, right? Oh, no, awesome, man. So about half an hour behind us. Let me guess. Are you in Australia? South Australia? Half an hour? South Australia? New South Wales? Not sure. No, I'm not divorced. I'm very much with my partner, and I have 2 adult sons, and I'm a very happy individual that honestly... Oh, happy birthday, Anthony. Well done, mate. You've made another year. Very hard to understand. Is that because of my Aussie accent, my friend, is it? Which some do say is tough to understand, but, you know, it's hard to change your accent, isn't it? It's hard to change that. You know, g'day, another shrimp on the barbie. No, we love lamb down here. We love all the Aussie chin wagon, bit of lingo, bit of you just turned 9. Well, happy birthday to Anthony, everyone. Let's all say happy birthday to Anthony if we haven't. He just turned 9. 9's an exciting age, isn't it? We love roux. Oh, nice. Well, do you love roux because you love to eat roux, or what does that mean? No, the Dalai Lama's hard to understand. Well, yes, he is. He is, but you can get the vibe off that guy, right? Little gamey though. Yeah, but very lean meat. And there's an abundance of roux in Australia. They run wild out in the outback. Now, there's too many of them. So I think they're exporting a lot of that meat too. Yeah, you got to love a bit of, well, if you're a meat eater, you love a bit of meat. I am definitely a meat eater. I love a bit of meat when it's cooked very nice. No, that's very true. So attitude, guys. Attitude is everything. Remember that. Remember that. You want to change things about your life, it's on you, right? I suppose everyone's been brought up to blame when situations happen. It's someone else's fault. I just want to blame that person, sue that person. Has to be that person that's done this to me. When reality is that at the center of it all, we create our own reality. That's just how it is. So once a person gets to a point of understanding that, that's when you take ownership of your life, right? Sausage roll, kangaroo sausage rolls, very nice. Kangaroo stew. Big pot there, putting a whole roux in there. Well, you wouldn't put a whole roux in. Yeah. So it's all about understanding who we are and what makes things happen, right? Like hitting a brick wall. Yeah, well, you hit a brick wall, it does hurt because it doesn't hit back, right? Not to be Blax. Yeah, how you going? From the Gold Coast. Welcome aboard, boy. Boy, I should say boy or girl because not is not a name. Hello to you. We are very happy to have all of you on. Do you know what are cockatoos? Do you know? Yeah, cockatoos are running amok here, especially in Melbourne. They are so noisy. They're noisier than I talk. Like they're screeching all the time. There's tens of thousands of the buggers. We should be having cockatoo stew. That's what we should be having. Not Ben Lee here. Okay, cool. All right, so guys, the takeaway from tonight, because I actually did a live for about 20 odd minutes. Sorry, that's not my stand. I did a live for about 20 minutes and all the Wi-Fi cut out and everyone disappeared and lame stream. Oh my goodness, I'm hurt so deeply. I'm a real stream though, eh? I'm a real stream. I'm not a fake one, right? Not putting on a persona for everyone. My whole chat to everyone is be your true self. Live your life to the fullest. Don't be ashamed of who you are. If you're doing the things that you believe in, that you love, then you know what? You're going down the right path. You're doing the best you can. And Jay, if you're out here just having a comment and having a dig on people, I just feel sorry for you, mate. Right? And do nothing. Well, appreciate you, Jay. And Jay wasn't bringing anything to the table, so we'll move Jay on. But guys, I want to wrap up tonight anyway, all right, because yeah, I've seen that show, but it's a kid's show, right, Bluey? Yeah, it's all for the kids love it. Kids love him. Love little Aussie Bluey. I think he's quite happy. Kirby, bye, Kirby. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. Cheers, Sam. I'm not British. No, I'm Australian, Melbourne, Australia. Are you British? Are you, Sam? Well, thank you for hanging out tonight. Brian, pleasure, mate. Look, if you like the way I chat and you don't mind my accent and you like ideas about changing your life for the better and learning how to be more positive and things that you can do to, you know, implement them into your life, into what you're doing to hopefully start to change things in a more positive direction, come and hang out on my lives whenever you like. I'm on 3 to 4 times a week in the evenings, you know, always open for a chat. That is about it. So I want to thank you all for your attendance. You've been a pleasure. And remember, Craigsworld rocks, and so does yours. And you're perfect as you are. Stay glass half full. Thanks, Zombie from Broken Hill. We'll talk again because I reckon you'll be back. You know, one last thing. People can change. One person can change the world. Believe in yourself. Transform your own light. And your life and your light will help others to find their own light and transform their lives, right? You know it. Stay strong. Be your unique, perfect selves. And I will catch up with you all on the next one. See you guys. Take care.